Hello friends, welcome to SY Academy. So friends, in this lecture we will going to talk about linked list, a very important data structure. It is used extensively in the programs. Also, it is asked a lot in during the interviews. So let's begin the discussion of linked list. So what is a linked list? So basically it is a list, okay? Basically it is a list similar to arrays. So these what I'm drawing right now are the nodes or boxes or the elements, but in terms of linked list, these are called as nodes. Okay. So each of this element is called as node. Let's call it node. Okay. So each of this element is node and it might be having any data. Let's assume that it is storing integer data. So 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So if you see the word linked list, so this is a list and it is linked together, right? So it is linked together with each other. And what is linked with the 4? 4 is linked with nothing. So we can say that 4 is linked with null. Null means nothing. Okay. In different languages, it is represented differently. Let's assume that it is 4 is pointing to null. To represent the linked list, we use one terminology, head. So head is used to point to first element of the linked list, right? So head is used for the access of linked list. So linked list is stored as a linked with each other, right? So how it is actually represented? It is actually represented like this. So here is a data and here is a next. So what data contains? In our example, the data contains 1 or 2 or 3, right? So each of the node is represented like this. It contains data. It contains the next. Next is what? Next is, it means what is pointed by this node. Okay. So each of these nodes are represented like this. One and like this. I will complete the node. Okay. I will complete the boxes also here. So these are the elements which are stored, right? So data means the element which is stored. So 1 is stored here, 2 is stored here, 3 is stored here, 4 is stored here. What is stored in this place? In this place, the reference, or you can say the pointer, or you can say address. I mean, in terms of simple terminology, let's call it address. So 1 is pointing to 2. So this thing will contain the address of 2. So 1 will point to this, right? So what will be stored here? 3's address. Okay. What will be stored here? 4th address. And what will be stored here? Can you think about it? So null will be stored here, right? So this is how we represent the linked list. So and head is pointing to 1, right? So this is the symbol example of linked list. I hope this is clear to you. If and in the linked list you can store anything, right? Let's say you decided to store characters. You decided to store, let's say, B here. You decided to store C here. You decided to store D here. You decided to store E here. So B is pointing to, let's say, C. C is pointing to D, and D is pointing to E, right? I hope this thing is clear to you. And how this will be represented? This will be represented like data. And again, next, what will be the data type of data? In this case, data type will be char, right? Character or char, whatever you want to call it. In the previous example, it was integer. Okay, so you can have different representation like that. Okay, so if how we will represent linked list in the class, or in terms of code, if you want to talk about that. So let's say we have a class called as node. In this class there will be two you can say variables or two instances. One will be int data and other will be, see, focus here, node and next, right? Why we are storing it? Because it is because our each of these node is represented like this. So we have a class and each object, right? I hope class and object concepts are clear to you. If they are not clear to you, then I will explain it in the next lectures. uh, so this is into data, right, in the class, and this is address of the next node, right? So this is how to represent our linked list in a class. in a program. Okay, so in different languages you can write it differently. If you are using C, then there are no classes in C, so you will use struct, right? And in case of C++, you can use struct or class. If you are using object oriented languages, then I will always suggest you to use a class. Okay, so each node is a class. You can say node is a class, and each of the node is an object. So each of these are object. I hope the concepts are clear to you. If there are any doubts, please mention in the comment section. Meanwhile, let me explain to you how the linked list, if you're using Java, then how we will create the linked list. Okay, so this is my NetBeans. Here I'm creating one class. Let's call this class as node. Okay, let's call this class as node. Okay, let me remove the unnecessary code. So this is my class node. Okay, in this class you will have two variables, int data, and one other thing will be next, right? So this is how we will represent the linked list. You can change the name also. Okay, the name is not important. I hope you are getting this point. Let's say you are creating the linked list of let's say student. You want to name it student, then we can have that also. See, so it is changed to student. Okay, so student is pointing to next student, right? I hope this concept is clear to you. This is how we represent the linked list. Okay, so if anyone is asking you how linked list is represented, it is represented like this, and one node is pointing to the next node is pointing to the next node, and this is how the linked list works. In the next in the next videos, friends, we will going to talk about further about the linked list, and we will look into the other concepts. If there is any concept that you want me to discuss, then please mention it in the comment section. We will going to discuss about that. So friends, thank you for watching SY Academy. Thank you for watching this lecture. If you like the lecture, then please hit the like button and subscribe SYA Academy. Thank you. Have a good day.